There's a common misconception that success is reserved for the gifted, for those born with a spark of genius or an extraordinary ability that the rest of us simply lack. But let me tell you something, talent on its own is overrated. It's not that talent doesn't matter. Of course it does, but what separates those who rise from those who stay behind is not some innate brilliance. It's the mentality, the frame of mind, the inner posture that determines whether someone will persist when things get hard or fold under the weight of uncertainty and resistance. Mentality is what keeps you standing when your legs are shaking. It's the internal fire that says one more time when everyone else has gone home. It's what transforms failure into fuel and setbacks into stepping stones. You see, talent is passive, it's a starting point, but mentality is active, it's forged, tested, and refined in the fire of adversity. And adversity is inevitable. If you aim at anything worthwhile, building a meaningful career, a stable life, a healthy mind, you are going to suffer. That's the deal. That's the price of admission. You don't get to have strength without struggle. But here's where mentality comes in. Those who view hardship as a threat, something unfair, something personal, they tend to crumble. But those who see pain as a teacher, those who invite it in, sit with it, and ask it what it's here to show, those people over time become unstoppable. There's a psychological principle at play here, something often overlooked in the conversation about achievement. It's called voluntary confrontation. It means willingly facing the things that frighten or challenge you, not because you're fearless, but because your goal is worth the price. The strongest individuals are not the ones who've had it easiest. They're the ones who've decided at some point that their vision mattered more than their comfort. That's a mentality issue, not a talent issue. I've met incredibly gifted people who never did anything with their lives. Brilliant minds, artistic souls, natural leaders, but they lacked the resilience to follow through. The moment things got messy, they retreated into mediocrity. On the other hand, I've seen ordinary people do extraordinary things, not because they were born with any special edge, but because they refused to quit. They didn't ask whether they were good enough. They asked, what do I need to do to get better? That question, that simple, honest shift in approach is what separates winners from spectators. Mentality is about consistency. It's about showing up not once, but every single day, especially when it doesn't feel good, especially when you're tired, especially when nobody's watching. In those quiet, unseen moments, you are building something inside yourself. Call it character, call it discipline, call it identity. But it's real, and it matters. And when the moment comes, when the opportunity finally arises, it's not talent that will carry you across the line. It's the momentum built from every hour you spent grinding in silence. One of the most dangerous lies we tell ourselves is that we're waiting to feel motivated. Motivation is unreliable. It's a mood. It comes and goes. But mentality, true mentality, is not based on feelings. It's based on values, on principles, on the choice to act in alignment with your purpose, regardless of how you feel in the moment. And that, ironically, is what creates motivation, not the other way around. Think about it. Who do you become when no one's watching? What choices do you make when there's no applause, no validation, no external reward? Those are the moments that define you. And your mentality, the thoughts you nurture, the standards you hold, the voice you listen to inside your own head, that's what will shape your life far more than any gift or talent ever could. You can't always control your circumstances, but you can control how you meet them. And that's the invitation here. To meet life not with entitlement, but with grit, not with excuses, but with endurance, You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be persistent, because if you stay in the fight long enough, if you learn from your losses, if you remain grounded in your purpose, you will grow. And that growth will make you stronger than talent ever could. So if there's one idea I want you to carry with you, it's this: don't chase the myth of effortless excellence. Reject it. Replace it with the truth that greatness is earned, not given, that it's built on a mentality that says, I may not be there yet, but I'm not going anywhere. That kind of thinking, that changes everything. Your mindset is your power. Protect it, build it, and let it carry you where talent alone never could.